In remote Siberia, or rather in the cold Russian wilderness, where the environment is harsh and the cold is severe, we find many terrifying predators as magnificent and mysterious as the ecosystem they dominate. Siberia is a vast geographical area with an extremely low population density, extending from the Ural Mountains in the west to the Pacific Ocean in the east, making it the largest expanse of nature in the world. Siberia is known for its long, harsh winters, but despite this, it is an ideal home for many aggressive and dangerous animals that have managed to live in this harsh environment and completely dominate this mysterious ecosystem. If you have enough courage and decide to break out of the routine and go on an adventure in the wilderness, I recommend going to the Russian wilderness, where enchanting nature and the most beautiful forests on this planet are found. But first, you need to be aware that you may encounter some of the most dangerous animals on Earth, which we will talk about in this video. We will mention 4 predators that are the strongest and most dangerous in those terrifying forests. Let's start with the most famous and powerful predator in Russia, the giant brown bear. It is the strongest and most dangerous type of bear. Brown bears belong to the Russian forests and can be found almost throughout Russia, but they are mainly present in the vast Asian part of the country, including Siberia, northern Mongolia, and China. Bears, in general, are large animals with heavy bodies and strong muscular builds. Despite their strong canines and sharp claws that grow several centimeters, the brown bear does not pose a great threat to humans, as is often thought, and prefers to avoid humans under normal circumstances. However, females are always extremely aggressive and will do anything to protect their cubs from any threat. In the summer and even the fall, the brown bear significantly increases its weight, gaining over 150 kilograms of fat, which it relies on in the winter when it becomes very inactive and enters a long hibernation. The brown bear is one of the most gluttonous animals in the world and is always curious about the possibility of eating any animal it encounters. But it prefers foods that are easy to catch or obtain, such as fish, grass, berries, and insects, and it also feeds on carrion. However, it is an intelligent and persistent predator, and if it feels hungry, it sometimes resorts to hunting large animals, such as moose, deer, and wild boars. When a bear is hungry, expect anything from it, as it can target and chase any animal it encounters, and the chase may last long distances. If the bear manages to catch its prey, it pins it to the ground with its massive body first, then begins to eat it while it is still alive, in a painful scene that reminds you of the fate that awaits you if you provoke this giant or come near it. The next predator on our list is the Siberian tiger. Although Siberian tigers are still endangered, these magnificent beasts remain in the wild and still dominate the areas where they are found. The primary habitat of the Siberian tiger is in the Russian Far East and northeastern China. These solitary tigers are known as Amur, and this giant is the largest cat in the world, with an average weight of over 200 kilograms. It is known that Siberian tigers travel long distances and hunt a variety of prey, including deer, moose, elk, and even different types of bears. Except for adult brown bears, which the tiger often avoids as much as possible. Tigers, in general, are solitary animals, and despite their fearsome reputation, they rarely attack humans and do not consider humans potential prey. But if they feel threatened or see humans as competing animals, they turn into extremely violent and aggressive creatures. The Siberian tiger mainly relies on sight and hearing, and usually travels miles to find prey. When it encounters prey, it quietly sneaks up and cautiously approaches from behind until it is at a suitable distance from the victim, then pounces in the blink of an eye. Once it successfully pins the victim, it ambushes it with a deadly bite to the neck. Despite competing with wolves and brown bears, the Siberian tiger is the strongest predator in the cold wilderness and the most skilled hunter ever. We come to the most dangerous animal to humans on the list, the gray wolf. The wolf is the largest living member of the Canidae family and is the most successful animal in the wild. Wolves, in general, are social animals and live in packs dominated by a leading male. They are extremely dangerous to humans and are likely to attack even without provocation. Wolves might be the most common predators in Russia, living almost throughout the country. Although a lone wolf is weaker than a tiger or a bear, wolves together form a force not to be underestimated. Except for tigers and humans, gray wolves face no threats in those cold forests. Wolves are highly intelligent and hunt in packs with incredible coordination, expanding their prey range and enabling them to target larger animals. Unlike ambush predators, wolves have high endurance and can chase prey for long distances without tiring. These opportunistic animals specialize in hunting deer, elk, and even giant bison. When hunting large game, wolves surround the victim and begin maneuvering and targeting the weakest areas of the prey's body until it eventually falls. Polar bears are among the most dangerous animals in the polar regions. If we consider the brown bear as the king of Russian forests, then the polar bear is the king of the polar region, being the largest and most adapted carnivore in cold areas. Although polar bear attacks on humans are rare, they can attack in the blink of an eye if provoked or threatened. An adult male polar bear weighs more than 300 kilograms and is an extremely powerful animal. It spends most of its time in the sea, constantly swimming in open water in search of its favorite prey, the seal. The polar bear has a very strong sense of smell that allows it to locate seals from a great distance. It swims skillfully and feeds exclusively on meat, unlike its relatives among other bears, which mostly feed on plants. Unfortunately, this magnificent animal is highly endangered due to climate change. The current rapid rate of global warming puts these bears in trouble. If climate changes continue at this pace, polar bears are likely to disappear in the near future. This is unfortunate but sounds an alarm and reminds us of what we all need to do if we want life to continue as we know it. Subscribe to the channel.